Hi, welcome to another Power Blast podcast. One of the biggest things that people tell me when they're just getting started with their fitness journey is, I just don't know how to exercise. And over the years, some have used that as their excuse to never get started. Well, I have some awesome news for you. It's easier than ever to get started, even if you are struggling how to work out. Stay tuned. Hey there, my friend. Perry Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, The Power of Possibility, Passion, and Purpose. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in here. And in this episode, you're going to learn about how we have an abundant amount of resources that we have access to today that takes the guesswork out of learning how to exercise and what to do for your workouts. So use them to transform your health and your quality of life. Before I get into all the goods, though, I just want to thank you for tuning in here, whether this is your first time on Power Blast Podcast or maybe you've been tuning in regularly. That's totally awesome. If you are listening through a podcast app of some sort, please be a friend. Drop in, leave an honest rating and review. It helps others discover this show. If you are over on YouTube, I do record this in video, and please be an awesome friend and hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. That way you get notified each time a new show drops, and it'd be really super cool if you hit the like button, dropped in a comment. I do reply to those, and share with your friends. Why not? So that'd be so crazy awesome. You absolutely rock. So when it comes to this topic, I mean, I hear you. I used the I don't know how belief for years, or maybe it was an excuse, but I think it was kind of a belief. Maybe it's both. But I used that for years when it came to getting in shape. Now, I guess I kind of knew that I could ask a fellow gym goer, maybe somebody, some trainer at the gym or something like that to walk me through, or I could read the little labels. If I was going to a gym, the little labels they put on the machines there to guide me through. But seriously, I did that a few times, few rotations, felt good about going to the gym, but they really didn't give me results. I suppose they just kept me from, kind of kept me in from getting more out of shape. But I would just kind of blindly, attempt my way through a set of exercises that I thought would be good for me. But I often would get bored. I'd end up procrastinating, wasting time, or just give up. Now, today, I love this. Today, we have so many resources and so many platforms. And while I'm not going to give you a big grocery list of all the options out there, a simple Google search will help you there. I will share the things that I've used that have worked for me and my clients. I'll drop those in the show notes for you so you can explore and see if that's a good fit for you. But just know this, we all have to start somewhere. I mean, even, people who are in shape, they were beginners once. They started, it might have been a different time in their life, whatever, but they were beginners. They had to learn things. They had to figure things out. So for me, when I finally made that decision to finally commit and give up the excuses and the alibis, I needed to also overcome this I don't know how mindset. Because it was a limiting belief that I had created. I just had to get started. And it was really easy to just all of a sudden create a bunch of what ifs. What if this doesn't work? What if I put in all this time and energy and I still don't see the results? And I had to step back and say, what? Time's going to tick away anyway. What if I went for it? Just changing that. Now, I get it. Getting started can be very humbling. You can if you're like me, I was at a point where I was just like, I was more out of shape than I really thought I was, but I had a strong desire to get back into shape. Not that I needed to, compete in anything. It wasn't for sports or anything. I knew I physically felt better and mentally felt better when I was fitter. So I think the stronger your why, and the reason why you want to do it, as opposed to something kind of fluffy and vague out there, like, oh, I just want to get in shape and tone up. But you have a specific reason why and a desire. That's gonna have you show up even more, and the more committed you're gonna be. And when it comes to goals, I started this way, and I still look at it this way. I create 3-month goals. Where do I want to be in the next 3 months, and what's my goals? And they've changed, they've shifted over the years. But this one, I was just starting out, so I'm like, 3 months. Here's where I want to be in 3 months. I really didn't know that. I ended up losing 35 pounds. I had no idea that would even happen. That wasn't my goal. My target goal was some belt loop notches. It was to build a habit and get consistent, and to create the mindset of, I'm a person who exercises. And I needed to know, because I'd seen the family history and where things had gone with people in my family who had not been in shape, and had developed some ailments and issues and gotten some diseases, that I was like, I saw myself on that trend. And that was a big reason why, for me, just like, I need to do something different now, because my path was not good. So back to this. Since you're a beginner, once everyone's a beginner, right? But you need to get over the feeling of, especially if you decide to go to a gym, you need to get over that feeling of comparing yourself to others. Because a lot of times, people, when they're starting, they might look at me. I've been doing this for about 19 years, and go, gosh, they start comparing themselves. I can't do that. I'm like, I couldn't either, not when I first started. So you got to get over the comparison stuff, and you got to get over the feelings of judgment that you might perceive from others. Okay, so for me, the way I thought I might be judged if I started going to a gym, and I might start comparing myself. So what I did to preempt that was, I just started working out from home in the comfort of my own bedroom. Okay, and I think you need to be open to learning how, saying, well, I do want to learn how. This is very important to me. And just know that when it comes to getting in shape, when it comes to getting healthy, especially if you're at a point where you're not, it's going to be a process. It's a journey, and sticking with it and being consistent is going to bring you results. I was reading in a book by James Clear, Atomic Habits, and I loved how he said this. He said it's more important to, I don't know if it was in this book or on his blog, but it's more important to create the habit first than it is to see the results. And I was like, wow, yeah, because once you've got the habit, you can make tweaks and adjustments along the way to keep improving the results. It's building the habit and building the consistency. So ways to learn how, resources they may learn. I mean, like I said, you can go out, start doing some Google searches. You can learn from books. Lots of people tap into videos, whether it's streaming videos from YouTube or elsewhere on-demand services. I personally began with VHS tapes and DVDs. I currently stream my workouts now. I'm not plugging things into a gadget that way. They come on demand. But I started out simple. I was using DVDs or VHS tapes. It was VHS tapes at the beginning. And I just used my bedroom and one resistance band. And eventually, I started adding to some of my gym. I added some push-up stands because I have wrist issues, and a set of 20-pound dumbbells that felt like 50 at the time, and I got those from a secondhand store. But even that, you don't even have to get equipment. You can use body weight exercises and routines. I was just talking with a lady last night, and she works on a farm. She's like, I want to do some exercise. And I was like, we're Googling how to work out on farm. What sort of exercise could you do it that way? So you can do some really creative searches. You can do body weight stuff that don't require much space or equipment. If you can't get to a gym, or you don't want to do the gym membership stuff, and you just want to be in your own zone and avoid the comparison judgment vibes of stuff like that, I think, maybe consider the home workout stuff. I personally love that option because with the video, now that the video is streaming, and I still do this, I get to follow a trainer on my TV. Nowadays, it's on the iPad or on a screen or on a computer. But having that trainer took the guesswork of me trying to figure out what I needed to do and how to do the exercises with good form. In time, I started learning more and more. The results became faster and faster. So that may be an option for you to start if you can afford a gym membership, or maybe health insurance covers a gym membership for you. Then I think it could be a smart idea to purchase a few sessions with a trainer. That way, they can help you with form. They can walk you through the moves and the exercises, even develop, create your own routine, or create a routine that you can follow and carry out on your own. But I think that would be a smart way to go. But just know, in today's day and age, using the "I don't know how" excuse, it's really not a strong reason for not getting started. You have a lot of resources out there. I'm going to drop mine for you in the show notes. I do think it's smart to learn from someone and have a plan to follow, as opposed to guessing what to do each day. That way you know how to do things. If you are working out at home, I found it beneficial to at least have a mirror so I could check form, or somebody else with another set of eyes to say, am I doing this move right? That sort of thing. Because that will make the most of your workout sessions and helps you get the results that you're wanting. But in the end here, just know that you are in control and more powerful than you realize. But you gotta start. Keep it simple and take action no matter what. Have a plan. Be persistent to reach your goals and progress through all circumstances of life, and choose to give up the excuses and the alibis, and choose to figure out new ways to look at possibilities, learn, grow, keep moving forward. You're going to get these wins, and those wins are going to add up more and more. So set small, smart goals. Those help you build your confidence and consistency. That's going to be a big thing that's going to help you. Challenge yourself and get rid of that "I don't know how" excuse. I'd love to hear your top takeaway from today. Drop me a line on social. You can email me over at perry@putyourselffirst.com. If in the subject line or the message you drop in the word transform, I will help you map out a transformation inside out 90-day game plan that can, we'll go through and help you audit your current health and fitness so that you can have the perfect game plan and creating momentum moving forward and going even faster. I love helping people remove obstacles and navigate the barriers that often get in the way of achieving health and fitness goals. And if you'd like more motivation, support, tips, then join my free Upside Down Fitness community. We're a fun group of people just striving to get healthier in our awesome chapter of life, I guess I want to call it. I do 52 weeks of free coaching in there. I drop in resources and guides so you can have access to all that. I promise you'll absolutely love it. Just head over to upsidedownfit.com. That's all I have for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you so much. Please, if you got value, share with somebody that you know could benefit from this or be inspired by it, or just get started with their exercise. And if you're over in your podcast app, please subscribe, leave an honest rating and review. That'll help others discover this show. And if you're over on YouTube catching the video version, please hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell. That way you're notified each time a new show drops. You absolutely rock, my friend. That's all I have for this week. And as always, remember, it's never too late. We'll see you next week.